but I'm okay now. And thank you so much. I'm Dahal, resident of Cincinnati, Ohio, and a former refugee from Bhutan. Today, I'm taking this opportunity to share a story about a beloved village, which was once paradise for me and my family, but now like a star in the sky. The topic of my story is my Dorokha. It has been 31 years since I left my birthplace. I was born in a small remote village named Dorokha, which lies to the southwest of Bhutan. It was a remote village without motor road, electricity, or other means of development. But the village has developed much now. There was a small primary school where I did get my primary education. You can see the old building in the picture. And some other local government offices. Farming was the main occupation of the village. Rice and corn were grown as main food crops, and oranges and cardamom were the cash crops grown by the farmers. People used to keep livestock as well. There was peace and harmony. For me, it was a paradise of the earth. In April 1990, we were called in our village local office as the government of Bhutan wanted every individual to be present in person to the national census. Me and other students of Samji High School went to our village for a week, and that became my that became my last physical attendance in my village. I did not know that would be the last visit. Otherwise, I would have had the farewell conversation with my friends and relatives. I bid goodbye to everyone with full hope to meet again in the next vacation, and went back to school, but that vacation never came again. A few months later, I had to leave the country forever and never to return. Now I am a citizen of the US, and the US government has provided me all basic needs to live a dignified life with the power to exercise every right, whereas my country of birth forcibly displaced me from the country. I know I should be more loving of where I am now, because I am treated human here, but I cannot even discard my Dorokha. I am connected to it like glue and cannot separate its pieces from me. I know I can't feel it physically anymore, but the way that I used to walk to the school, the orange orchard where I used to chase away monkeys, the grassland where I used to look after cattle, the to and fro from village to town carrying oranges in the basket, the ground where I used to play rag-made soccer ball with my friends can never ever go from my eyes. We had a small house made of stones and mud with thatch roofs. There were no separate bedrooms or sitting rooms that I have today. So this is the picture I took very near to my house, old house. The arrow shows the house where my house was, and if you can see here, the photo was taken here near the trough. 2 years ago, I got a chance to talk with one of my neighbors who is still there. It was a video call. I asked him about my old house. He went with his camera on and showed me the place where our house stood. There was no sign of house at all. He told me some years ago it was somehow standing, but now all collapsed and disappeared. He went on telling the story of more than 25 years. I could not hold my tears. Heavy rain rolled down from my eyes. I was speechless, just went on hearing him. Sometimes he was emotional too because he remembered the yard where he used to play with me. He said he did not like to go there very often as he could not control himself. The house is no more and the base is covered with thick bush. I could see a fodder tree still standing as if it is waiting for me to climb and cut the fodder for the cows. After we left, no one lived there. It became government's property. The farm was given to someone, but no one was allowed to live in that house. I told him to take some photos and send them to me. I don't have the image of the house anymore, but the ground where my house stood. I see a lot of changes now. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it happens to all, but for me, if some miracle happens and someone asks me for only one wish, I would ask to visit my remote village Dorokha, where I was born, and see my old house once instead of choosing to go to Disneyland of Florida, Hollywood of California, Eiffel Tower of Paris, or Taj Mahal of India. Thank you so much.
That was a powerful story.